Hey guys, I'm Snow, and this is Curt. And we know that right now this COVID-19 virus thing has everybody's lives just turned absolutely upside down. And we hope you're doing as well as you can be during this time. We, as some of you may know, about 10 months ago, sold everything we owned, moved into a van, and planned this amazing journey driving the van literally around the world. And for us, the virus turned our plans upside down, and we had to hunker down in a fun little town in Mexico on the Pacific coast where we rented an apartment for several months so we can make sure everything's safe before we get back out on the road. Moved out of our little tiny house on wheels and into our temporary real house. And we were talking the other night while we were eating dinner about things we missed about the van. So we thought we'd share those with you. All right? And so we're going to share 5 things that we really miss about the van. And at the end, we're going to throw in a bonus of something that we absolutely do not miss about the van.
Pain in the butt.
Yeah, so stick around to the end to find out what that is. But guys, the first thing that I miss is the cave.
Me too.
So the cave is what we affectionately call our bedroom area of the van. And it may sound crazy that I miss a queen-size bed that I literally have to climb in and out of every day, as opposed to a nice big king-size bed in a normal-sized master bedroom. But I do. Guys, it's a cozy little space. We've got 2 little fans right up here over our heads, and Curt put the air conditioner vents right above us, so the temperature is always perfect back there. The air circulation is always perfect. And you can bet the kitties are going to be up in there with us too.
Yeah, they like it.
So it's just a cozy, warm little space, and that's the first thing I really miss about our van.
Yeah, and it might sound weird, guys, but it's a small space, the cave, but we really miss the small spaces, so to speak. And, we spent a lot of time downsizing, going from a 3,800 square foot house to a 90 square foot van and getting rid of all our stuff and cramming in the van. So it may sound really counterintuitive, but take, for example, the kitchen. We only have 2 cupboards for food. We have a drawer, and then we also have a small refrigerator. And the freezer is enough to freeze some ice and maybe have a couple snacks. And so what that means is we only get enough food for maybe 4 to 7 days at a time. And that's what we can store, and everything has its place. And so everything's intentional, everything's thoughtful, and yeah, everything's right there when you grab it to eat it. And we've also noticed that because we're doing more sort of planning, that we were eating a lot better. We lost some weight, we're feeling better, and now that we've kind of spread out in this huge casa, we kind of find ourselves falling back a little bit, so we're trying to get on track. But we missed the small space, believe it or not.
And the freshness of the food.
Yeah.
We were able to keep fresh fruits and vegetables. So I miss that too. That's a good one. That is a good one. So the third thing is, for me in particular, everything has a space. Now at the beginning, guys, this was a horrible part about the van because everything didn't have its home yet. We hadn't got it, all the little nooks and crannies and little storage cubbies figured out. And at the beginning, honestly, we had too much stuff. So 2 to 3 months in, though, I started to really enjoy that we had gotten rid of all the junk. Everything has a little cubby in the van, a little space, because when you're driving, it has to be snug so things don't flop around. So if you take something out to use it, in a van, you literally have to put it right back where it goes when you're done with it. Because if you get on the road and something's not where it goes, chaos can happen in your cabinets. And one of my favorite parts about this is it forces this one to be a little tidier. So,
I've been getting my butt kicked, guys, and losing everything.
So the van, being such a small space, forces us to keep things tidy and organized, and I love that part of it.
Yeah, and another thing is, and we kind of talked about this a little bit in another video called The Rhythm of the Road, or we talked about Rhythm of the Road. I can't remember what the video title was. But in any event, it's almost like a routine that we have when we're on the road. And it's not the same routine every day, but there's things that we have to do. And I'll just give you an example. So, for example, when it's time to make a meal, I mean, you can't just move about freely in the van. So when it's time to have a meal, we all kind of find our place. Usually mine's in front of the stove, and Snow will either be sitting in the cab, hanging out, and we'll kick some music on or whatever. And the kiddies are there, and we'll cook, and we'll have our meal, and it's like family time, and it's a routine that we have, really kind of 2 times a day, sometimes mid-morning. We don't always sync on, breakfast, because I might be out doing a walk or something like that, but I miss that.
Yeah, it's and I don't want to use the word forced, but it kind of forces the van as a unit, which includes our kiddies, to come together at certain times of the day, and it's something I think a lot of families miss.
Yeah.
In the normal, busy, hectic life. So we miss that about the van.
Yeah, there was all sorts of routines on multiple levels of just going and planning and all that stuff.
Yeah, there was always something. It seems like it would just be, you never have anything to do, but there's always something that you need to be doing, and they're not hard things. Like, where are we going to park tonight?
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 days till we got to go get groceries. It was a routine, and it was nice. And
where are we going to go next week?
Yeah. What beach are we going to go walk on Thursday? So it's not that it's bad, because it's not at all. It was a good routine, and we missed that. So the first 4 things were kind of tangible things that you can put your hands on and kind of understand. The 5th one is big. It is an intangible. And guys, it's the freedom that comes with the van. And the first thing that I love about the freedom is the ability to change the backdrop anytime you want to. Now, Curt and I both have always been travel enthusiasts. We've always dreamed of seeing the world and traveling as much as we could. And any retirement plan we've ever talked about putting in place included tons of travel, because we've got so many things we want to see. And the van gives us the ability to literally be parked in the mountains one day and 3 days later back up and be looking out over the ocean. Now, I don't want to tell you that every single day is a glamorous spot. It might be the mountains one day, the ocean the next day, and then the third day you're either picking Walmart or a rest area. Because, it's not perfect all the time. I don't want to pretend that. But we have the ability at any given moment to change the backdrop.
Yeah.
And I really, really like that part. Another part of the freedom of living in the van is, always seeing new and exciting things. I have never been a crazy exercise enthusiast. I am pretty comfortable sitting in a chair on a beach, and I don't need to be out and about and hiking all that. But as you move locations and you're in a new place that you've never seen before, there is an excitement to get out there and explore. So the van actually was making me become more active, not because I felt like I had to, which it is good for me to be more active. I don't want to say it's not, but for the first time, I wanted to, which was crazy. We'd pull up somewhere new, we'd get settled in, we'd eat dinner, and the next morning I'd look out the window and there's this place I've never seen, so I would get out and have to go see it, whether it was the city or walking on a beach or climbing on some rocks. So the van was getting me more active, and I really miss that part.
Yeah, and a lot of our friends and family kind of wondered about us moving into 90 square feet and not having a TV and what would we do. And really, part of it was to get off the couch and to get out into the nature. And I absolutely miss and love the nature. With the quarantine, I suppose it even makes it, with the coronavirus, it makes it even a bit worse. We can still do bike rides and stuff, but man, getting out there and seeing a mama elk and a baby elk, or a bear climb a tree, or the salmon come up a cascade, the beautiful scenery that's out there, the waterfalls. We've seen so many amazing, beautiful things out there in the nature, and to be able to connect with that is something that was sorely missing in our lives. And we've lost a little bit of that now that we're not in the van. And so that's, we miss that. And then just the sheer adventure of it, guys. I mean, what an amazing journey this has been for us so far. We can't wait to get back, but we research the places where we go a bit before we go there, and we choose them, and Snow does a lot of research and is really good at picking out spots. But a lot of times we have no idea what it's actually going to look like when we get there, and it's just so exciting to think about where we're going tomorrow and what we're doing next and what we're doing next week. And so I just love the adventure of it, the exploration and all that type of things. And
I got one more thing.
And I miss it.
I do. I miss that terribly. And guys, back in our normal life, and I think this happens to a lot of people, we had a beautiful home. We lived on a beautiful lake. We had a beautiful backyard. Curt had made it look like this tropical paradise. But when you're in the same place all the time, you almost start to take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know, you'd walk out on your back porch and you're looking at this amazing backyard, but we've seen it every day for 15 years.
Yeah.
And so you get where you don't see it anymore.
You know, I'm sorry.
You know, and I think that happens a lot. I mean, going to work, you pass the flowers that they planted at the front door and you don't see them anymore. And when you're out and about and seeing things for the first time, you see them.
Well, and we've encountered that a lot on our journey, right? Where we'll go to a city or area and we'll meet the local people and we'll ask them, have they seen this or have they gone there or what's it like? You know, we're curious. And a lot of times people haven't even been to some of the most beautiful sites in their own backyard. And so, and I'm not being judgmental because we were guilty of that too, but I think that illustrates the point.
I think that's part of the adventure.
Yeah.
We seek out to see everything we can in an area. And I really, really miss that.
But everything is not rainbows and sunshine in van life. And
yes,
being that we're YouTubers.
We're YouTubers. I know, it's crazy. We're YouTubers.
We're YouTubers. Who would ever thought?
Hey guys, one thing that we do not hate about not being in the van, did I say that right?
Yes.
Do not hate about not being in the van is the constant search for Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, internet service. In our previous lives, it was something that we took so much for granted because, quite honestly, everywhere we went, we had it. And if we were maybe in a rural area on a rural road,
we had our phones.
You understood you would be back in coverage really soon. So just took for granted. And a lot of times that's Wi-Fi and stuff. And so now everything is...
Everything is about where is the internet. When it's time to upload a video for you guys.
That's the toughest thing we've been chasing around.
Yeah,
in the States, there's some tools for that.
Yeah.
But here we haven't found an ideal situation, and we really think that's going to be part of one of the biggest challenges we have throughout our entire journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which will continue.
Which will continue. And so right now, you know, we're looking at this just like everybody else saying, we don't know when and where everything's going to break loose, but we're excited to do that. We're excited to get back on the road. We're excited to travel, but we also want to be safe. So we're going to sit tight.
Yeah.
We're really working on our content. We got some really cool videos coming up. Snow, you got a big one you're working on.
Yeah, well, and then also, we have tons of video ideas to try to keep content coming to you guys. But one thing is, I think even before we move out of this great little place, we're not complaining about the place we're at all, guys. It's a perfect location. But we'll stay here even after things have opened up. So we'll get to explore this area, and they have some really amazing beaches that are closed right now. But when they open, we're going to bring those to you.
Yeah, we got lucky when we found this place. We love it, and it's beautiful, and we can't wait to explore it and share with you guys so you can see what we see. But as always, are you done, Stone?
Yes, more. No, that's it.
So as always, we just want to thank you guys for watching our videos. We really enjoy your comments and your likes. We want to keep growing the community and keeping you guys in the loop on what's going on, and we want to hear from you and know what's going on with you as well.
What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
What are you missing the most during this lockdown time?
We know we have a bunch of van life friends out there. What are you guys doing? We met a lot of people on the road. What's everyone doing? Let us know in the comments.
Agreed.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Bye, guys.
Be safe.
If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys in a few days.